Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond Talks, a series in which we talk to you guys about different topics relevant to the cybersecurity industry. My name is Jing, I lead product marketing at Beyond Identity, and today our topic is why do I need phishing-resistant MFA anyways? This is coming up a lot more as people are starting to understand the term phishing resistant MFA. And the most common question I hear being asked in the market by prospects, by CISOs is, why do I need it anyways? I have MFA, I've had it for years. And good enough is good enough, right? Let's dig into that today. So, first, we have to really dissect what MFA is and how it's being exploited today. Because I'm trying to prove to you that good enough is not good enough, just to cut to the chase, right? So, existing MFA leverages credentials such as push notifications, SMS one time codes, and this can be delivered via phone calls, via text messages, via email. Sometimes magic links are also used as second factor. Other times, the code is known as number matching, right? All of these things are to establish typically that the user possesses something. However, the problem is all of them are exploitable, and they're currently being exploited at scale by threat actors. And that is why good enough is no longer good enough. When the bad actors are able to bypass your protections, it's time for defenders to skate ahead of the puck and defend their organization from attacks that are happening at scale today, right? Push notifications are vulnerable to push bombing or push flooding, in which a user gets 50 notifications in 1 minute. They're going to click approve, most likely, right? SMS one time codes can be intercepted, or the bad actor can do something known as a SIM swap. Number match can just be brute force. Apparently, we published a blog on this on our website if you wanted to check it out. So, if MFA is no longer effective, what options do defenders have to protect your organization? Well, there is a technology called phishing-resistant MFA. And essentially, it's a very descriptive term, right? And that it just refers to MFA that cannot be stolen, cannot be phished, and cannot be socially engineered from the end user. So when you have a credential like that, what happens is you're eradicating the root cause of identity-based attacks. So if there's nothing to steal, the bad actors can't steal it, right? And that's fundamentally the logic behind phishing resistant MFA. And so when you're thinking about technology characteristics that define phishing resistant MFA, you're typically looking at things like, are you using a device-bound credential, right? Can the credential stay on the device and not be moved elsewhere, tampered with, edited, etc.? And typically, phishing-resistant MFA uses asymmetric cryptography. You might hear this referred to as FIDO2. That's just a standard that allows for asymmetric cryptography to occur on the endpoint. But ultimately, it's just a cryptographic key pair where the public key lives in the cloud and the private key lives on the user's device. And it provides security because that private key cannot be tampered with, can't be edited. And if we, take a step back from the technology perspective, for the human being, we are no longer burdening our end users or ourselves with the task of ensuring security, right? How do you expect an end user to look at two identical landing pages and say which one's legitimate and which one's malicious? How can you expect an end user to be able to dissect if their connection is being proxied, right? And in the case of a man in the middle attack, you can't. So one of the beautiful parts of phishing resistant MFA is not only that it eradicates the root cause of access threats, but also it relieves human beings of the burden of ensuring security for their organization. I want to make it relatable. At the end of the day, it's a great technology and it's deployable. In fact, in another industry, we're using this every day. So, I take the subway to work, and every morning I take my iPhone and I scan it on the little stiles and then pay my fare. And what's actually happening is a phishing resistant transaction, right? It asks for my biometric. I say, yes, that's me. that unlocks the wallet in which my credit card has that chip which holds the private key that signs the authorization challenge for the transaction. And boom, two factors, inheritance and possession, and I'm in. So next time you use Apple or Google Pay for something, I hope you think about the fact that you're already using a type of phishing resistant transaction. And think about what you could do if you could implement that at your organization. What could your life look like if identity based threats weren't a problem? What if you didn't get phishing alerts every day that you had to triage? What if you don't have to worry about man in the middle attacks? What could that do for your business? So, thank you for joining me for this episode of Beyond Talks. If you want to learn more, you can find me or Beyond Identity at www.beyondidentity.com and let me know what you think.